Living by myself has taught me so much, but one of the most important lessons I've learned is that I do need people. I need friends. I need to socialize and go out. I need a community. We live so much of our lives online that it's difficult to figure out how to do that, how to find that community. So, how do we meet people worth keeping around? Well, let's see. I grew up in the 90s, and I don't know if this is a bit of a boomer take, but it feels to me like we had a lot more third spaces back then. Malls are closing, Tower Records is gone, Blockbuster died. These places went away, and the stuff that replaced it was too convenient. Everything was accessible from home. Amazon replaced malls, and Napster at the time gobbled up Tower Records, and then Netflix kind of smothered Blockbuster. On top of it all, the cost of living has skyrocketed, and people are being priced out of local clubs and third spaces. You mean to tell me that a 1-hour yoga class is worth $100? Fuck out of here. The male loneliness epidemic is not just males, it's affecting everyone. We all feel safer at home, and if it's not safer, at least it's cheaper, because for some reason setting foot outside your apartment costs $40. Doesn't matter what you do. So what do we do? How do we fix this? How do we meet new people in the 21st century? Because other than meeting people at work or college, for some of you, how do we find our people? I moved to Paris in 2014, and I got a divorce in 2017, and I've mentioned this before. I was pushing 40. I didn't have much of a network here in Paris to begin with, social or professional, and most of my best friends were spread all over the world. So I did something I never thought that I would do before. I started looking for social activities, and I found them. I went online and I looked up groups for stuff that I already liked to do. So I looked for writing groups or drawing groups. Hell, I even signed up for a stand-up comedy group. I never went, but I signed up. Baby steps. And after a few duds, I did find a tribe. I found a group of writers who would get together, run some creative writing exercises, and drink wine. And it was fun, and it was easy to get to, and it was cheap. So it was a frictionless environment full of creative people who like to get sloshed. My people! And I met some incredible people, and yeah, some people are a journey and not a destination, but even 7 years later, I still keep in touch with some of them. I kept the good ones, and we hang out and we talk, and it takes effort to maintain relationships, but it's worth it. It took a few tries, and some boring groups before I found the one that I really fit in. So I know it's doable. Listen, if somebody like me, someone who likes his little tower and being alone with his little thoughts and his little walks with his little dog, can find a group to be comfortable with, trust me, so can you. And I tried it again with an ADHD group last summer, but it turns out that if you put a lot of socially anxious, mentally ill people who have a knack for thinking that everybody in the room hates them, it doesn't really translate into a frictionless environment to forge lasting relationships. But I still managed to stay in touch with some really cool people from that group. So even with this sort of minimal effort of just looking for a couple of groups, I found a lot of really cool, interesting, lovely, kind people that, put up with me. So I guess what I'm saying is take it from somebody who doesn't really like people that much. It's fun, it's enriching, it's necessary. It's exactly what you need to get out of a rut. So what do we do? What is actionable here? Well, step one, the only step you need actually, is go outside. Plans or no plans, just go outside, get lost in the city, visit local stores. Like if you need a book, skip Amazon, go to a local bookstore, or if you need a new coffee table, don't go to IKEA, go to a local garage sale or a local flea market. There are options. And yes, these options usually take a lot more energy, a lot more effort, and you have to sometimes handle physical money instead of clicking buy now. So it's a deliberate action, and we've talked about deliberate actions before. I'll link that video at the end. So find clubs, find activities that you like, find a team sport that you enjoy, and sign up for a local club. Sign up for a book club, sign up for a writing club, start a band, start a dinner party group, and have strangers come over with a bottle of wine and a potato dish. What if you like other things? What if you like video games, or watching TV shows, or watching live sports? I don't know, start a discussion group. Not on Discord, no. Go to a bar, get drinks, set a date, and meet new people at one specific place and discuss the latest, I don't know, God of War. It doesn't matter. People are dying for connection, but it's impossible to find if you're not willing to do the admittedly enormous task of leaving the house and talking to somebody. And it doesn't have to be a 180-degree turn. You don't have to start leaving the house every night. I know very few people who can actually do that, and I'm not one of them. Take it slow. Once a month, twice a month, maybe even. That's perfect. Take as much time as you need to recharge. But make a point to go outside and try to socialize. New people will lead to interesting relationships. It could be romantic, platonic, professional, you name it. Finding things, hobbies, things you like to do, and sharing it with other people will guarantee that you'll find your next favorite person. A friend, a lover, your next partner in crime. They are all on the same path you're gonna walk while doing the thing you like. And I need to hear this probably as much as you do, because those people, they're not in here. They're not in your house. Because if they were, you probably wouldn't be watching this. Be open to experiences so that the enjoyable parts of life happen to you. So right now, what I want you to do is I want you to open a new tab and look for something you enjoy. A local group of anything that you like. Could be anime, could be watching sports, could be reading, anything you like. And sign up. I can't force you to go, but I cannot impress enough the importance of going outside and talking to somebody new. So go and get ready to talk to people. And here's a quick little hack. Talking about the weather is great. Listen to me. You start talking about the weather and how it's warmer than other years, and then eventually the other person will say that they don't mind the warmer weather. That's how they grew up. And then you go like, oh, how was it where you grew up? What was the weather like when you were a kid? What was the weather like when you had dreams? What were those dreams? And now look at you, suddenly having a conversation. So that's this video's call to action. Take action. Go outside. Talk to people. Find your people. We're out there. And also like and subscribe, but mostly get out there. There is great wisdom in that old phrase, go touch grass. Outside. Go outside.